her turn, her speech.
Hey guys, it's Lucy Hale, and today I'm gonna give you an in-depth look at my skincare routine and everyday makeup look. At the end, I'm gonna zhuzh my hair a little bit. It's gonna be a lot of fun. So I put my hair in a tight pony, and then I've got these cute little hair clips that don't leave creases. I'm just gonna get my little baby hairs out of the way. And they're so cute, they're mint colored. I'm obsessed with skincare. I'm obsessed with having clean skin. But in the morning, I like to use a vitamin C wash. And I usually like milk cleansers or oil cleansers because it doesn't strip my skin of all the oils that I need. And then you just, you know how to wash your face. Alrighty. And I typically like to wash my face with cold water because this might not be true, but I feel like it shrinks your pores and it kind of wakes me up in the morning. So just give my skin a little shock. Okay, so next, I love exfoliating. So I get like a quarter size. That's not a quarter, about a quarter size. And you just kind of massage for a minute or two. I definitely have combination skin, which can be oily and dry in certain areas, but I'm breakout prone. Like I have struggled with my skin. Clearly, this guy showed up this morning. I still struggle with my skin and I'm 30, but I had really bad cystic acne in my 20s. Kind of got it under control now. I mean, there'll be the occasional breakout, but luckily, no more of the cystic stuff. Baby skin, and it gets all the dead skin cells off. This guy was flaking, it feels flatter. So like I said, I still have some mascara. So what I'll usually do after I exfoliate and cleanse, just to make sure everything's off my skin, I do like another swipe. And then I'll just go in there and make sure that I get all my residual mascara off. Okay, got a clean palette. We are clean, now we can move on. Okay, so this next step of my skincare routine is probably my favorite. I'm a big believer in LED therapy for your skin. This one is cool. It's by Dr. Dennis Gross, and it's portable, and you can see that it has the LED lights inside. So you just press this button up top. So that's the red, that's the blue, and I'm gonna do a little hybrid of the two. And then once 5 minutes is up, we can proceed. I love this thing. So if I have time in the morning, I'm a big masker. I love masking. And this one, I'm not gonna pronounce this right, but it's from iSun. It's just really purifying. But I put it, usually I just focus on the spot. You wanna put a really thin layer, and usually I just focus on the spots where I get clogged. All right, and now I'm gonna take it off. All right, sheet masks. I love a sheet mask, and it's a rose gold brightening face mask. And I like this one because they're like the jelly masks. It's not the paper sheet masks. Oh, please. I love it. It's my favorite thing ever. I like to wear mine for like 20 to 30 minutes. Just let it all sink. Oh, and here's a trick. This is a tool from Jillian Dempsey, who's a makeup artist. All right, and then once that's sort of, you feel like your skin's moisturized, you just take it off. This is really cool and cute. I just got it. It's a lip scrub. It's just a little ball thing. You just kind of like, and then there's lip balm in it, and you can kind of just like wipe away the excess. But then your lips are all ready. So cute. Gotta have fresh, bright eyes. And I love Roto eye drops. They are spicy, like it wakes you up. So now we can start skin prep. This is one of my favorite cult products, SkinCeuticals. And I just put like 1 to 2, maybe I'll do 3 drops. Pretty oily. So just massage it in. This is a new product that I found. It's a growth factor stem cell serum. It's pretty thin consistency, so you don't need a lot. And it has peppermint in it. And I was told that you can even put some on your eyebrows because it makes your eyebrows grow. All right. So I also said that skin spots are coming in right there on my nose. Like, I haven't seen these until this year. I have started using a color correcting serum just on those spots. This is from The Things We Do. So this I just put on, not everywhere, just a little on my fingertip, and then just kind of dab it over the places that are brown. My skin definitely in the summertime gets way more dehydrated than usual. And this is one of my favorites. It's a Kate Somerville Dermaquench. You shake it up. It's almost like a can of whipped cream. And then it comes out and it's super cold. You just rub it in. It's really thin consistency too. Oh, here's a trick or a tip. You always want to apply your products from thinnest to thickest. So start with your serums, then your moisturizers, then your oils. Then if you have extra, just don't forget the neck. I always forget my neck. I'm gonna do a little eye cream. Obviously, like, skincare and your skin routine and being consistent is just one factor to having healthy skin that you love. Like, I love food, but I love food that's probably not necessarily good for my skin. Like, I love dairy, I love cheese, I love Greek yogurt. Oh, also, I love to, like, put the excess eye cream on other spots that are getting older. SPF, which I also was so bad about growing up. But you gotta do, that's why I have all these spots. So this one's cool because you can't see it. So you just put like a penny size all over your face. Oh, it's so great, like you can't see it at all. And it's matte, so it doesn't get all goopy. This sunscreen I find can act sort of like a primer. I typically don't use primers. I just feel like I like to let my skin breathe a little more. All of my friends laugh at me because I am 100% a lip balm hoarder. And this is my favorite one. It's kind of a cult, has a cult following. It's Lucas Pawpaw Ointment. And it's just fermented papaya. All right, we're ready for makeup. This is like if I have a meeting, if I just wanna feel cute, this is the makeup look that I'm gonna do. This is foundation that matches to your skin tone. So I'm the lightest shade, but what's really cool about this is it comes out white and then it blends into your skin. So I like to use my hands, but I also have this, and you just kinda rub it in till you see no white, and done. No, I'm just kidding. I don't put on foundation like this every day, but I definitely, like, my staples are concealer, mascara, and brow gel. You also don't want to forget your eyelids because I have really veiny eyelids. I know that sounds weird, but they're popping right now because I'm on the paler side. Get her on my nose. There you go. And we're gonna warm me up. Don't worry, I know I look a little pale right now, but all right. The makeup I couldn't live without is concealer. This is a Dior. This one I'm gonna use for, scrape the edges off. I'm gonna use under my eye. So you're probably like, why is she doing concealer before eyeshadow? But I don't know, this is just the order I do it, and then I touch up at the end. So you kind of get it down. I do around the nose. Any place you wanna brighten up a little bit. I do chin, and then kind of here. And I look insane right now. And you just kind of buff it in. So it gives it a really natural finish. And I kind of just put the concealer in places where I feel like I need more coverage. Like my nose gets red. I like to leave the top of my nose clear because I know I said I have sunspots, but they look like freckles, so I'm kind of like into it right now. All right, so that's good for now for concealer. This guy is still not covering. Cult favorite product, Clé de Peau concealer in beige. I get very particular about the spots on my skin, like all these spots. So I have a very tiny brush, and then I just kind of go in there like a painter. See? Bye, we don't want you here. This is Cinema Secrets. You just want to set the spots, the zits you've covered, and you just dab it over top so it gets sealed. And what I'll do is I'll go under my eyes, and then you can powder wherever else you get oily, which is T-zone for me. Okay. I like contour, don't get me wrong. I'm just not great at it, so usually I leave that to the professionals, but I'm gonna try it today. This is Huda Beauty I like a cream contour. I find that it's easier to blend. I'm actually gonna use my Dirty Beauty blender. And so, yeah, this is the fair one, and you just kind of put it right under your cheekbone, which mine's here, I think. And then you just wanna like buff that in. We don't want any streaks. See, kind of did something. Oh my God, I never contour. Just in the hollows. I'm like a little scared to do my nose, but if you want, you can kind of just go. I don't want to look like I have a whole new nose, but it just kind of like gives a little definition. Right. I'm gonna stick with the pink shades today. Get a flat brush. First, I'm gonna get this like sheer pink color. And we're just gonna put that all over the eye. Okay, so we have the base color. We are going to do, this is a cream shadow. So you can, like I said, I like to use my fingers, but you can use a brush if you want. See? We're just gonna put it all over the lid. I think I definitely was the biggest makeup skincare lover from PLL. No, you know what, Shay was very big into makeup. She could do her makeup flawlessly. I think she does her makeup for events sometimes. Okay, now we have our eye. And so what I'm gonna do now, before I go to the bottom, I'm gonna take this top brown color. And I have this is actually an eyebrow brush, but I'm using it for liner. And so you just make sure you tap. I'm just gonna put it right near the lash line, just so that it pops my eye a little bit. Like, one skill I want to master is the winged liner. I look crazy when I try to do that. Yeah, just a little. Another trick for popping your eyes, you can get a black or a dark brown. I typically like dark brown, but this is a black, and you're gonna put it on your waterline, which can be difficult for some people. I can kind of do it without a mirror at this point. And like, it really pops your eyes. And this one stays. Sometimes it'll bleed down, but I kind of don't mind that sometimes. Here we go. So I'm gonna do lashes next. This is so dirty, don't judge me. So typically, I'll curl, I always get nervous. Okay. You just wanna like pulse it, and then like one big squeeze at the end. Wow. All right, next, mascara. This is my favorite right now. It's Hourglass Extreme Lash Mascara called Caution. My whole goal in life is, I feel like Dua Lipa's lashes, see, like it can get a little crazy looking. Dua Lipa's lashes are always insane, and I always want to replicate them, but I try to just get the, oops. I try to just get the root, fan it out with my fingers so it doesn't get too, there. I'm gonna go back with this cream shadow, but you're just gonna like put it along the bottom. Don't go overboard because this is still day. We don't want to look like we're going to the club. So you can get like a flat, like a tiny flat brush and kind of just like blend it into. I washed my brush, but it doesn't look like it. I think this is the longest standing makeup brush. I layer my brushes like I do with a lot of my products. So this, they don't make it anymore. La Prairie. Anyway, you just kind of get a little, and I always dab on my hands so you don't look like a clown. I just put it on my cheek, like at the apple of my cheeks, because I'm gonna apply some more blush, another kind of blush. So you just kind of like dab that in. There. So I always start with a cream, let it kind of dry a little bit, and then I'll come in with my powders. Just kind of mix them together. So you can go in with your stipple brush, you can use, this isn't necessarily a blush brush, but I can't really find one. And then I go in and blend it all in with my blender. So I'm gonna use, this one's still a little wet, so we're gonna use this guy. So you just like, excess, and just kind of go over where we just went. And just press it in. Sometimes I will damp my blender again, and really just like press it in, because then you don't look cakey. I hate that. Now we're gonna highlight. This is my favorite part. Sometimes I'll use a cream highlighter, but today I'm using Charlotte Tilbury. I love this palette. It's got a contour and a highlight. I'm just gonna get some on the brush, and you're just gonna wanna go where like where the light naturally hits you. So I do it like upper cheekbones. Sometimes like I'll get some powder and I'll put it right below the brow. Chin, if you want. But my favorite way to highlight my nose, you can get a concealer, and this is Charlotte Tilbury, and you just like put it on the nose where the light would hit you, and it just kind of like, pops it a little bit. You take some powder, and you put it just on the tip of your nose, and you can also do your Cupid's bow, which is right above your lip. Now she's all glowy. Brows have become my thing. I am fascinated by brows, how different shapes can work differently for other people. I always start before I even put a new product on. I'm just gonna brush them up so we can see, like as I get older, there are spaces that won't grow back. So I also have a bunch of different products for brows. I brought them all. I don't know which one I'm gonna use today. It's Anastasia in dark brown. And sometimes I won't fill in, sometimes it's all about the brush up. But today I'm just gonna fill in where they seem a little sparse. The one thing that I always ask the makeup artist, whether it's an event or on set, I always do my brows. I've had makeup artists try to tweeze them or not fill them in or try to trim them. I don't let anyone touch my brows. So now you have more of like a feathered look. And now we're ready for brow gel. This is Urban Decay Brow Tamer. I like a clear gel because mine are so bold and thick, and you just wanna, I like to put those, like these front ones, like kind of brush into the side, and you're just gonna brush up. Brush, brush, brush. Like, so I never leave the house without brushing on my eyebrows. Like I feel weird if I don't. I like to get, like you can use an eyeshadow, but I'm gonna get this like pink color right here, and I like to put it in the corners of my eyes, and it just kind of pops them a little. Makes me feel a little more awake. So I love makeup. Like this is blush, but you can use it for anything. You can use a highlighter. So now we're gonna do lips. This is Charlotte Tilbury Lip Cheat in Pillow Talk. So I have lip balm on, so I'm gonna like take some of that off. And so the top lip I like to line a little normally, and the bottom lip I'll overline. And you can kind of like fill in where you want to. So the bottom, you just kind of go a little under. No, don't go like crazy, but just a little under to give a poutier look. There we go. So this is Pillow Talk, but in a new version. This is Pillow Talk 2 medium. So it's a little deeper than this regular Pillow Talk color. And then this is just like a pink, more of a paler pink than I'm used to, but I kind of just put a layer of that, blend it in, and then we're gonna go over with the Pillow Talk medium. Just, you see it's a little deeper, just like in the pout. Rub it together. I like to like dab some of it off. I typically like more matte, but this is amazing. Fenty. And it's just really pretty and natural and glossy. Just put a little. Now we're gonna do hair. I washed my hair last night and I let it air dry. It's crimped, but like we're not in too bad of a place. This is a brunette dry shampoo from Kristen S. And it's hard to find good dry shampoos for people with dark hair because you'll notice it leaves like the white residue. So I just put it in where I get oily, which is by my temples. So it's like if you have really fine hair, go crazy on dry shampoo because it'll give it more volume. All right, and so I'm still really greasy right here, so I'm gonna go get a powder. I'm just gonna keep it at a distance. You see it's kind of squirting out. There we go. And you just kind of, or you can blow dry, just blow dry it out. But you just like rub it into where you're oily and it'll soak up that grease. And now I'm gonna get some texture spray. You guys probably know about this, Oribe dry texture spray. It smells like heaven on earth. But like, this is pretty much how I wear my hair every day. And what I'll do is this is also Kristen S. I just get like a tiny bit, don't look at my nails, oh my God. Just get a tiny bit of this, it's a water-based pomade. It becomes like a serum. And you just kind of like get the baby hairs at the top. Anything you don't want, you can like put it on the ends if you want, and just kind of like scrunch, and there she is. All right, guys, well, this is the final look. Thank you so much for watching.